In the current market condition, with the coronavirus spreading and the budget bill yet to be approved, all may seem doom and gloom for our country. Yet, there will always be opportunity for investment. Good morning, everyone. We are Team B2, and we are recommending a buy on WHA. Despite the current market risks, we believe that with strong fundamentals, future growth potential, and an attractive valuation, we can reaffirm our buy recommendation at a target price of 4.35 with a 20% upside based on yesterday's price. Let's first look at the fundamentals. WHA is the largest industrial service provider in the country. It provides a range of services, from logistics to power and water. We have a fully integrated business model. Once you are within its ecosystem, you have no choice but to continue being in it. And as we can observe, with its equal division of revenue base, WHA possesses a diversified portfolio which allows it to mitigate any potential downside risks. WHA is a market leader with 38% market share based on land sales in the last 10 years. It has more estates than any of its competitors, allowing it for great flexibility and clustering advantages. And on a more recent note, last year we estimate that WHA sold about 1,000 right of land, which is a lot more than its two closest competitors, Amata and Rojana. This highlights the company's continued strength in attracting new investment. WHA serves a wide portfolio of customers, both foreign and domestic, from industries such as consumer goods to its key customer segment in automotives, with partners such as Nissan and Sasin. This diversified portfolio not only allows it to further reduce its unsystematic risk, but also gives it credence in its long-term plans to shift to target new S-curve industries. And at the heart of its operation is its use of trust funds. Every year, WHA sells a portion of its assets to its trust funds to gain additional income. These trust funds rank among the top funds in the country. And last year alone, WHA sold over 4.5 billion baht worth of assets. This gives the company great financial flexibility, as well as additional income for investment to serve as an engine for continuous growth. And lastly, a question that a lot of investors may have is, what about recurring revenue? In the year 2020, our team forecasts that recurring revenue will stay at about the same level as in previous years, at a ratio of about 58 to 42%. This means that even if WHA does not meet its land sales targets, it can fall back on its long-term existing contracts.
So not only do we see the potential, not only do we see the upsides in the WHA core fundamentals, but also the growth potential that the business can unleash. Most impactful growth stimulator is the company's strategic clustering in the EEC, electronics in Slavuri, petrochemical in Maktaput, automotive, and the potential customized clustering in Rayong. Despite delays, the EEC is coming, as proven via the recently approved projects and the high-speed railway lines and the Maktaput industrial ports. Such government-backed infrastructure are to promote Thailand as the industrial hub in the ASEAN region. WHA reaps tremendous benefits and advantages as 95% of its locations are within close proximity to this infrastructure, with a wide variety of location and flexibility for the customers to choose from compared to its competitors. We also believe that growth momentum in terms of the foreign direct investment, with the growing numbers of Chinese firms relocation and the number of client base in the target industries. These figures illustrate the upward trend despite the trade tension. With several infrastructure plans, WHA plans to ride along the government policies to promote Thailand industrial sector. WHA core business complemented that and can support the Thai government with driving the growth of the economy. WHA also continues to build its empire via the internationalization into the Vietnam market, penetrating both the industrial sector project and also the water sector, Project Drum River. There are significant growth opportunity in the Vietnam market, especially in the industrial sector, and this is the primary driver of its GDP. At the same time, Project Drum River also complements the need for water usage, not only for industrial but municipal usage, exhibiting business diversification. Another growth booster is that WHA ride on the alternative energy trend, supported by feed-in tariffs in Thailand. With the current area and the UHA capacity, it can capitalize on the growing demand for solar energy market at the 9.14% via an expansion of the UHA and non-UHA customers' roofs. This is a strategic movement towards sustainable growth and at the same time can generate additional revenue, additional recurring revenue as a result. All in all, we believe that these growth factors fosters the new HA growth potential as a whole thanks to its integrated ecosystem. These growth factors are catalysts for the rise in land sales and selling price in the industrial estates, high rental price with stable contract acquisition rate in the logistics, high demand and price growth for water, and the increased injection into the solar power generation and new plants.
Now let's look into the valuation. For the WHA, we use sum of the part method, owing to the fact that each sector have different business model. We apply discount cash flow to value in the form rent income, rental property, water, and power, while EBITDA multiple was used to only for the industrial estate part. Terminal growth rate was assumed 2% based on long-term growth rate of Thailand GDP. And data was derived from the deviation between each sector and set 50 for 5-year periods, of which result in the different value of fact when evaluating each business unit. This is the enterprise value contributed to the company. Industrial estate is the highest contributor. Now we came to the conclusion that the target price is 4.3 baht per share, which means 27% upside from the current price. As based on the current price, the PE ratio is well below 5 average and lower current PE ratio compared to its peer. It means the company value at the discount. It's confirmed that the PE ratio is undervalued.
Yes, as any investment, there will be always risk. So we will mention to the important one here. Although the WHA is optimistic in the development of the EEC, there are still some risk of more substantial delay with this infrastructure project. The second risk to considering is the risk of economic volatility, as the world has many uncertainty such as economic political conflict, environmental issue, and epidemic. This will affect the investor decision to invest more or expand their business. And the last one is the concern of the company's Vietnamese expansion. Many Thai companies have difficulty with Vietnamese authority, which it can hurt their bottom line. So we will have to continue to monitor with that the WHA can make a friendly with Vietnamese government. Anyway, the WHA has ability to mitigate all the risks because they try to diversify their portfolio, expanding to the new market, and having a clear strategy preparing for digital transformation. This will alleviate such negative impact to have less consequences and lower the chance to happen. To have more confidence, we conduct multi-color simulation, and it shows that the chance of getting favorable case is pretty high, as it produces 90% of upside potential. With catalyst of strong fundamental, future growth potential, and attractive valuation, we are confident that the WHA will strive during this doom and gloom period, and hence we are stand on the ground with our buy recommendation at 4.3 baht. Thank you.
We would now like to take any questions from judges.
I noticed you have a quite bullish forecast on the FDI trend. That do you think? I noticed you have a very bullish forecast for the FDI. For 2020, you forecast FDI will grow 13% and from China will grow 19%.